Hey, what's up, Massimimo? How you doing? How's your Thursday going? See if I can get my chat all popped up. Hi, Bang. Welcome, everybody. Got Matt in here as well. Ron, what's up? How's it going? Active War. What up, brother? See a giant pot cheese, yeah. Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, no way. Welcome in, Christopher. Glad to have you. So far, having a good day. I'm having an amazing day. Finally decided I was going to wake up, I guess. But it was kind of fun to say that because it seems like I just went to bed. But figured I'd do a little bit of stream of the moon, and then maybe even go over the sun, check out the sun a little bit. Kind of a couple of things I plan to do anyways. A little bit of moon, a little bit of sun. They both kind of sound fun to do. Right now it is 11:08 a.m. Currently 11:08. How beautiful is our moon right now? I don't know if any of you guys got to see it this morning as it came up. Obviously you can still see it. It's off to the west of where the sun is, but man, I always like that look at the moon when we get into that crescent phase. Really, really gorgeous. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Absolutely, you're welcome. You just don't get the contrast, obviously, as you do like by night, but check out the impact craters here that we get to still see. Civilized American, how you doing, bud? Looks gigantic, yeah. It's about a third of the size of our planet. Or about kind of like the USA. Oh, it is. It absolutely is a great view for a daytime. Really beautiful view. Really beautiful view for sure. You can see, I don't know if any of y'all know like the witch on the moon, but here's the witch on the moon. You can see the diamond ring right above the witch on the moon. And we're looking almost towards the ocean of showers. Why we never see the dark side of the moon? There's no dark side of the moon. There's a far side of the moon, and it's because it's highly locked to us. Hi, Eva. How are you? How's your day? If there's a far side of the moon, like even the far side of the moon receives sunlight as well. At all times, 50% of the moon's illuminated. Where right now, most of the back side of the moon. You got some of the front side here, the near side, but most of the far side is illuminated currently. Hey, what up, Trev? Good morning to you. How's your day? Good morning, Sally. I mean, it's a natural satellite. That's a moon. We got a little bit of wind blowing out as well. You can see sometimes the wind hits the telescope a little bit, kind of makes it wobbly. Wobbly. That's a beautiful view. Again, I think we're gonna look at the moon for just a bit, and then probably swing over and look at the sun. Or there's no dark side. Yeah. It is always awesome to get to see a daytime moon for sure. It's not very often, of course, that I get to live stream in the daytime, so it's kind of fun to actually jump on here and meet some of those that aren't awake at night when we're typically doing observations of like the planets, for example. We'll be coming up on the Orions here quickly. So the Orions are going to become a major focus over the next week. Be one of the major focuses that we take on. We're going to be looking for meteors quite often. It's not hollow. It is not hollow. What up, Tony? How you doing, brother? Nice, Trev. That's awesome. I got you. It's not very often you see me in the daytime, I guess. But I figured, why not? Let's do it. Let's look at a beautiful moon today. Get that nice little crescent moon out there. It's really beautiful, too. Bark at the moon. I have plenty of thought. We're like, we don't do conspiracies, man. I know you try to think that you're something just by like saying everything controversial as possible, man. It's just not worth it, though. Enjoy the views for sure. Enjoy the views and the vibe. Thanks, Shannon. Glad to have you. Glad to have you in. It's really gorgeous, ain't it? Again, we don't see the same contrast as we see at nighttime because obviously we have a illuminated atmosphere above us. But how often do you ever get to actually look at the moon during the day? And there's some people actually don't realize that the moon's out during the day. Could you think that we could colonize the moon base, and mining and stuff? Ish. I mean, I think mankind is wildly capable of doing crazy stuff for sure. Got here the comet tail. Yeah, that is right. I'm gonna be coming through the comet tail, or the particles left behind from Halley's. Yeah, day moon. Yeah, day moon. Absolutely, day moon. Thanks, No Name. I appreciate it. Scientists can't explain why it's there. We don't try to explain why. There's no, like in science, explaining why is not a thing. The only thing in why is cause and effect. How? That's a different story, but not why. Specialized minerals up there, like gold and silver. Yeah, you find both. We see about 96% of the same isotopics on the moon that we have here on Earth. List says classified as a comet since then, but he brought them up. It is a comet. It is classified as a comet. What country are you from? And how can you see the moon that close? So this is a telescope. I'm in the United States. I'm in the United States. That's way too difficult a question. No, it's a comet. It's been classified as a comet. Yeah, we're not going to see Halley's until like 2061. That's right. But all the debris that was left behind from Halley's is what we're going to come through. It'll be in the path of our orbit, which is why we get the Orionids. It's going to be really gorgeous. Why not triangle or rectangle? Because round makes the most sense, I guess. Why wouldn't it be? Gravity don't like discriminate based on what direction it's going to pull in. It's just going to pull in from all directions. And what is that white patch? So this is the moon. Currently we're looking at the moon. This here is our beautiful moon. It's a little bit harder to capture the moon in the phase that we're in now, but how cool is that? It's 11:14, by the way. 11:14 a.m. And there's some wind. Now, a comet didn't hit the moon. It rang like a bell for 20 minutes. See, this is how you don't even know what you're trying to say. You're trying to spew. There were seismometers left on the moon, and we used rocket boosters to hit it. And now we see it from like stuff like micro asteroids. Micro meteorites that impact the moon. Also moonquakes. And that's why we see it. But it didn't ring like the bell, like verbally, but as a vibration of what was seen through the pattern. Hi, Allie. Welcome in. How's your day? Live view? Yep, this is the moon currently. How to apply a moon filter? Yeah, I didn't realize much light would affect the eyes. Yeah, absolutely. Looking into the eyepiece with the moon sometimes can be like crazy, insanely bright. Crazy, insanely bright. That's right, Alyssa. That's right. Hi, dude. I know you think you're something special and stuff just because you're so out there, man. But at the end of the day, dude, just enjoy the view. Honestly, enjoy the view. This is our moon. Yep. Right now it's our moon. Here in a bit, we'll probably look at the sun. Enjoy the view of the sun here in a bit. Ever try to look at the planets in the daytime? You can. Jupiter, you can sometimes pick up. It's just if you have really good go-to, then you can hit Jupiter pretty quickly. But otherwise, like if you're following it as the sun rises and you continue to follow it throughout the day, it's a lot easier. No, thanks, Alyssa. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Definitely Jupiter is one of the easier ones to follow throughout the day. I think these impacts are really gorgeous. That's going to be where the witch on the moon is. Just a feature that we see through the Bosniak lava regions. And just through the coloration, it looks like a witch on the moon. Trying to view, yeah, Jupiter's really cool in the daytime. It's actually really cool. Oh, no, the bot got you for some reason. Oh, it's because you put a period and then a word, thought it was a link. And in the Earth's atmosphere, would you be able to zoom into your telescope? Because all the UFO, I know, all the UFO videos are blurry. In 2025, ain't that something? Ain't that something? I guess I'll enter it in the truthfulness here, right? One, if something's flying really fast, it's hard to keep up with it in the telescope. Two, we don't get nothing here around where I'm located near Kansas City. Like, we never get anything wild in the skies. Be able to be seen with the naked eye soon. So Lemon for sure will. Lemon's there. Lemon will definitely get to see. Hey, Himanshu, how's it going? Do you believe in aliens? I think aliens do exist. Like, I don't think obviously we've been visited by them or anything like that, but I do believe aliens do exist in our cosmos. To the moon, Alice, to the moon. That's an amazing view. Planets that are in the view. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd agree. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome. You are welcome. It's going to be the shower storms right here. Looking out towards shower storms, you got Aristarchus impact crater out there. They are definitely not on Earth, man. Now you got to prove it. Is the moon landing real? There's so many doubters. I get it. Absolutely. There's a lot of evidence you can go, obviously go down and verify. For example, why would USSR confirm it that we even landed on the moon when they're in the space race for us? That's like one of the biggest things. Then you can look up photos from like India, Japan, China, and Russia, of course. Different telescope, something. No, this is the C11. Using C11 tonight. Thanks, Trev. Appreciate it, bud. I appreciate it. Astro Kid, what's up? How's it going? Have you seen anything suspicious on the moon this closely? No, like if you've seen something on the moon, even in this perspective here, it's going to have to be like 20, 30 miles wide. Be pretty crazy. How did humans get here? I don't know, man. That's like outside of what I do. That's like you get more into biology, astrobiology. Obviously, like I'd have my own context, but it's not my studies. Good. That's awesome, bud. That's awesome. I'm sorry, I'm playing a photograph. Jupiter night, really? I captured Jupiter the other morning. It was really gorgeous. We got the moon's shadows from Europa and Io going through, and then we got the great red spot going through. It's really gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. Yep, we'll be coming to the Turret meteors as well coming up. That is right. What's up, 3i Atlas? Right now behind the sun. D-Vids, what's up, brother? It is an early stream. Why is the moon so different? What exactly do you mean? Why is the moon so different? Need a little bit more context. Different as in what? Dude, you gotta change your name, man. You absolutely gotta change your name. If you're given the opportunity, would you go to the moon? I would love to be on the moon, but I don't want to be on a rocket. That kind of makes sense. Like, I would love to be on the moon. I just wouldn't want to be on a rocket. What up, Jason? How's it going? Side of visibility does, yeah, darker side have. There's no dark side of the moon itself. Are you meaning like in the perspective of what we see now? You get Earth shine. You'd be able to see Earth shine. It's all there in the Bible. Okay, cool story, man. Do you watch Dobsonian Power? The channel is amazing. I do not. I'd have to check it out. I don't watch a lot of TV, or even, I should put it in perspective, I don't even spend a lot of time on social media at all. Gonna have to wait until midnight? Yeah, I think Jupiter comes up right after midnight currently, for most of us. Depends on your area. Obviously, your time can be a little bit different. How far away is the moon from the Earth? On average, about 238,900 miles away, but it's getting a little bit further out right now. We're going towards the Apogee approach. So we'll have basically a mini moon. Hi, Apollo. How are you? Welcome in, Apollo. Yep, this is our moon currently. Hanging out with our moon. Currently. I'm being any difference, sir. Today it looks different, possibly due to the real-time spectator or something else. Yeah, so it's daylight for me. Right now it's like 11:28 a.m. Or sorry, 11:21 a.m. It's daytime for me currently. 3i Atlas weather, it's conditions allow once it stops behind the sun. I plan to, Daniel. It'll be November though. We won't see 3i until November. It'll be roughly November before we get it. Hi Jim, appreciate it. I appreciate that. Almost dark, the sun has been sick. Oh, nice, I got you. You ever focus on Venus? I do sometimes. Venus is really gorgeous. I do enjoy getting to view or observe Venus as we get to see planetary phases, similar to how we see our moon. It's really gorgeous to get to see planetary phases on Venus. Here in a bit, we'll probably jump over to the sun. That's going to be kind of my thinking right now. Look at the moon for just a bit. We could try to hit Jupiter on our way over. Sometimes it's really hard to capture if you weren't tracking it already through the sky. Jupiter can be a bit hard to try to capture in the daytime, but we could try it. You know, you can go to the sun. Cover stuff up and hide information. I mean, I don't really care at the end of the day. NASA makes up a small portion of what astronomy is at the end of the day. Yeah, big on it. It's nice. Love to see Venus. It shines bright near my home. Yeah, it's really gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. And again, it's almost like take our moon, zoom way out, and that's almost how you see Venus. You get to see planetary phases with it, and also Mercury. So it makes it really stunning. This is the moon. Right now we're looking at the moon. A YouTube video, an asteroid hit the moon and created a new crater. Japanese astronomer was able to capture one back in 2023. A Japanese astronomer was able to capture one, which is really awesome. Chelsea about to take pictures this morning. Woke up. Oh, and it was on the ground. No way, Rain. No way. From the wind or just flipped over. Your 3i will stay. Subscribe to your channel. It'll be quite a while. We won't get to 3i until November. It'll be November before we do. Boiling Frog, I don't know if you're an NPC or a bot or what, man, but you're definitely not human. Never seen the moon this close live. It's gorgeous. Absolutely, it's gorgeous. A lot of times we try to zoom in a little bit more. But when you have like the atmosphere like this, and of course if we zoom in really close, people are then like, what are we looking at? And then you have to constantly explain what exactly we're looking at. Destroyed, but telescope's fine. Oh, I got you. It had to be the wind. I got you. Phil, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Have you taken photos of Mercury? I have before. Have you ever seen an object coming out of the moon first time here? No, never have. Never have. I never have. See any flags on the moon? Not with my equipment. The flags are about 3 foot by 5 foot. Even this area that we're looking at right here is massive. Like these impacts that you see, the average impact is about 20 miles wide, but these are large impacts that we're seeing here. How do you think the left of big crater is compared to on the left? Not too much compared to. I mean, this one, like that dark area that we see right here, that's going to be a bit smaller than Texas. Yep, the sunlight reflecting off the moon. Oh my goodness, the NPC is still talking up there. Do you try hard, man? You just try way too much. Do you think we can do you think we actually been to the moon? Yeah. Yo, what up, Yoda? How you doing? How's your night? Is it true that all are one depth? That is not correct. They can be basically as deep as like sand grains, and then down to 7 miles. 7 miles is the deepest impact crater that we observe on the moon, which is going to be Atkin Basin. It's not the moon. You'll probably see birds go through at this time of day. We'll see birds fly right above the telescope and like block our view, of course, of the moon. The telescope out there, they could actually see flags placed on the moon. You got to look up an angular resolution, do the calculations. So if you do something like 238,900 miles away for something that's like 3 foot, 5 foot, you'd have to do the calculations for angular resolution. But you can look up Japan. You can look up Japan, China, India, and USSR, Russia nowadays, obviously, and you can see some of the photos of the stuff left behind. Now you can even look up the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, which is really awesome. This bot has to go. Dude, it's like an NPC or a bot or something. Can you find evidence that we can see that shows we have been there? I mean, yeah, like it's easy to get through evidence. For example, do you like the show Mythbusters? Hey, how's it going? I see you. Welcome in. Do you like the show Mythbusters or no? I was gonna wait for that answer, I guess. Or it would have to be the like I mean honestly, angular resolution would be probably at least a half a mile wide on a mirror. It would take quite a bit. A really big telescope. Oh, you do nice. Look up the episode about reflecting mirrors off the retroreflectors that are on the moon, that were left on the moon. Or sorry, reflecting lasers off the retroreflectors. Oh, 100% right. Yeah, 100%. Show Mythbusters. Do they still show Mythbusters? I mean, you can still watch it, obviously. They don't make it anymore, though. Is there any sign of oxygen on the moon? We see a little bit of oxygen, but we think most of that's just blown out from our atmosphere when solar winds come through, though. I've only seen a few episodes. I got you. Probably Game Eager. I've never heard of it. Why doesn't the sun brightness block view of the moon? I mean, it kind of does. Like, it's not so much the sun itself, though, as much as it's our atmosphere. You get all that blue light getting reflective. But it's not so much the brightness of the sun, but the atmosphere reflecting sunlight itself. Have you heard about the incident of Apollo 1? I have. that a picture of the moon? Yep, this is our moon live right now. Looking at the moon live. Which side of the sky are you aiming at? Right now to the west. Just past our, it just passed into the west not too long ago. Explorer. Oh, nice. You got Starsense Explorer. That's awesome. That's actually a decent telescope. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Aerial Indicator. It's one of your favorite phenomena. Yeah, for sure. You can do a stack like you did Saturn. It's really hard to do stacks in the day. Like, for example, you see how bright everything is. Let's see if we can take out some of that brightness. I'll try to do a stack. But it's sometimes hard to do a live stack in the day. Let's see if it'll do it. Let me get the big old box out of the way. Looks like it might try. So we can pull out some of the brightness, though. It's going to try, per se. Usually it's kind of tough to do a live stack during the day. You can get to see really beautiful stuff here. It's kind of gorgeous. That's 150 images right there, stacked on top of each other. Really is awesome, yeah, I agree. Are you using a SMIT? Yep, SMIT cat screen. This is a C11. It's a little bit too powerful for what we're doing today. There's a Dollar General up there, right? There has to be one. Has to be a Dollar General somewhere up there. Make sure I got the rest. What's a stack? So it's just taking all the frames from the video and you put them on top of each other, so you get a little bit more clarity. And what it does, it looks for, like, in our position, I have it set up to grab the best of 50% of frames, and it'll just grab the better frames and it'll just put them on top of each other. You get rid of some noise, you bring in a little bit more light, make out details a little better. What up, Jason? How you doing? Thermal imaging on the scope. I do not have thermal imaging on the scope. Quite a little over. What time is it for me? 11:30 a.m. You can see Wallace and Gromit. When we look at the sun here soon, we'll probably do it here quickly. Dollar General is the Walmart of small towns, yeah. I would agree. You definitely need to grab one. It sounds awesome, man. I hope you get an awesome mount, though. Hopefully you get a decent one. You can look up something like the EIXOS, which is like a go-to tracking mount. Wouldn't be too bad. From Celestial Starsense, yeah, you'd be able to. Absolutely. The Starsense is a decent telescope. Can you zoom out? A little bit. We got some wind blowing in, too. This is pretty much my zoom out currently. That's we actually pulled out the region of interest. What are you doing out, Moon? Take time. Go to bed, Moon. It's so funny. 10 o'clock for you now? Nice. Gonna be building your own mount? That'll be awesome. That'll be really cool. What's the most amazing thing that you have seen? Honestly, it's even right now, like, in the moment, I think it's a great place to live for a lot of my adventures, and this right here I think is great. How often do you get to see the waning crescent phase in the middle of the day? Telescopes really aren't that expensive. They're truly not that expensive. Obviously, you can get them really expensive, but not really. Top 5 favorite moons? Ooh, my goodness. Io for sure. Io, besides our moon, then Io. Io really comes in. I would probably say after that, like Pandora, Europa. Titan's really interesting. Absolutely love Titan. Do the moon's craters have names? A lot of them do. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. Make sure I got the other ones out there. Yeah, it's pretty comical. Do you ever see the light flares and flashes? I've read somewhere you can see it sometimes on the moon. So there's some phenomenons that come up. For most of it comes from like a lot of the radioactive or the radiation gets into. If you ever look up like lunar swirls, for example, you get some really weird effects on the moon itself by solar winds and radiation. On your way home, I saw a meteorite falling near me last night. That is so cool, Jason. No way. That's really cool. Is your telescope tracking it, as there doesn't appear to be much movement? It does, yeah. The mount does. Not the telescope itself, but the mount does. The mount does. Let me see if I can... Let's see. Throw the camera in on the bottom if I can. There you go. So here's the telescope. The mount's going to be the object on the right side. And it's what actually tracks around the sky. You know, a telescope that can pick up Olympus months? Yeah, that'd be cool, huh? Absolutely. That's what Sergeant Explorer is. Yep, 114 AZ. I have one. I see the plan summons. Sergeant Nebula, but it is cloudy. Oh, absolutely. What's an orange on one side? It's just how the camera's picking it up currently. Just the light that the camera's picking up currently. Never heard of Solar Warden. I've never heard of Solar Warden. I'm not sure what that is. Hey, what up, Seth there? How you doing? Most of the people are over on YouTube, by the way. I'm live streaming on YouTube. It's where most of the conversation's going on, but glad to see you too. Oh, thanks, Brian. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Honestly, thank you. Tonight, I thought we were going to be good to live stream tonight, but it's kind of a question right now if tonight's going to be good or not. Looks like the clouds are going to be coming in Kansas City much quicker than I thought it would. 2 visible comments right now. Can you see them? There's several different comments we can actually capture, but not in the daytime right now. So A6, C 2025 A6, which is Comet Lemon. It's visible now. Anomalies of the moon's 10 o'clock. Yeah, that's a hot spot. I mean, you see anomalies all over the moon. I am live during the day. What's up, Isabella? How are you? Hey, what state are you in? My goodness, Andrew, are you trying to come steal my equipment or what? Can you see Saturn Jupiter weekend? Where do I live? My goodness, y'all are trying to come steal my equipment. Man, I didn't realize we had people wanting to steal everything. Yo, Frederick, thank you so much, buddy. Some euros. That's funny, brother. Thank you so much, Frederick. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate that. I'm going to need the 2 euros, though, because everybody's trying to steal my equipment, apparently. They're saying, where are you located? Give me your location now. Oh my goodness. Thanks, Frederick. I can afford a telescope soon. Oh man. You want to see comment Lemon and Swan on Monday? Oh, that'd be awesome. I want your equipment where you live. Eva, thank you so much for the floating heart. I appreciate it. Thank you. Will I be live later tonight? I think so. It just depends though. If you ever want to know, you can look up all our bases belong to us. That's right. If you ever want to check it out, you can go to my website, Skies Live at night, and I have an all sky camera on there. It updates every 10 seconds. For example, the last one it took would be this morning, but it'll basically look like this. This is what it looked like this morning above the observatory, but you can actually watch it. And if there's clouds, obviously, I'm probably not live. Good way to see it. Yeah, I got you, Zara. I got you. Let's see. No, I know it's a joke. It was actually a joke. I'm in the Midwest, so man, I'm in the Kansas City region. Oh man, when you see Comet Lemons one, Lemon will be best seen somewhere around. I think like on the 21st will be one of the better nights to see it, or I should say the better mornings. It'll be near the morning time. You're down in Houston area, nice, very awesome. But it's coming up quick. Lemon has very quickly gotten bright. Kansas City representing. Nice, Drew. I told you he's trying to come get my stuff. Nebraska's all right. We like Nebraska. My family's out that way. Then your content soothes my soul. I appreciate it, Lila. Let's say thank you so much, and thank you so much for the love and support. Thank you so much. Command Central. Downtown Toronto. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. You go shopping. Where's that at? I don't even know where that'd be. Do you sleep? Hardly ever. I told you before. I'm sure I've said this several times. You'll find that I don't get to sleep very often. Between doing what I do here, doing astronomy outreach to obviously getting to work. Work's obviously fun. Oh, you're in St. Joe. No way, Karina. That's not too far from us. It's going to be evening and 23. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It'll be evening. My bad. It'll be right after the sun sets. Then you look up towards the Ursa Major. Oh, Drew, you work in St. Joe? Dude, don't say that you work like the pig plant there. Can't remember the name of it. But this content is, I appreciate it. Lula, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the love and support of what we do for sure. Everything, all the funds that we get, I always throw back into the observatory of what we do. Batteries? What? Batteries? Clear skies so far, but maybe tonight. Dude, I think we're going to have clouds tonight. It's what the forecast is looking like, but I'm going to have to keep looking. See how it actually comes. Right now, we're really windy. Looks like the clouds come in around 7 tonight. The rest of the moon, yeah. That's a younger impact region. The Albedo is a little bit higher in that location. What telescope you have? I got 16 telescopes here in the observatory. This one is the C11 though. Currently using the C11. Currently using the C11. Celestial Star Sense. I do not have a Star Sense Explorer. We don't. Hey, Jarek, welcome in. Must be rich. Now, a lot of those are sent from companies, and of course, reviews of things, and then whatever funding that we get, we always throw back into what we do. See your telescope? It's on the bottom. Can't you see it? On the bottom where the chat is. What's this? The moon. We got the moon. The beautiful moon currently. Are you able to see the telescope okay? It's down like where the chat is. A big old thing down there. $200, yeah. Yeah. Star Sense is really good. It's really awesome. That's fake. No, it's a live view of the moon. We're looking at the moon live right now. You didn't have to mute that one. I think it's just asking a sincere question. I hit send. You're good. Yeah. Just down there where the chat is. Am I early? I am today, ain't we? I thought I would live stream a little bit of the daytime moon and then hit the sun a little bit. I thought we'd try to get both of them. When you Kristen, during the daytime, I can see right through the dark half. So you really don't. I mean, you're seeing the atmosphere. What you're seeing on the dark side, though, on the dark half, is you're seeing Earth reflection, or what like the Earth shine reflecting back off of the moon. A lot of Earth shine, yeah. It's like the moon's getting a little brighter, yeah. Gonna telescope, son? We'll make you blind. Nah, we're gonna do it. Well, you'll see what I did though. We'll put on a solar filter on the big C11, which is pretty wild. Is this your private observatory? It is, yeah. Looks better in the day. You think it looks better in the day? I really like the contrast at night, but it's really cool to get to see in the day as well. Yo, what up, Adams? How you doing? Get such a view, cloudy. Man, the clouds are always the worst, right? Here's 6-inch Newtonian. Oh, okay. With the go-to mount. Very awesome. That's super awesome. Why one shiny spot? That's a younger impact crater. Younger impact craters are much more reflective because the younger material comes out. It hasn't had the time for the solar radiation to come through and dim them down. You ever seen anything anomalous? Honestly, no. I personally haven't. I know there's a lot of anomalies that go on with the moon itself, but I've never seen anything. And Barlow lens and 25mm. Nice. Hey, mate, Uranus. I mean, it's daytime. We got blue skies. How are you going to capture a blue planet? Man, Streamlabs is being pretty wild right now. Streamlabs is going for everything. Is it the moon or Mars? This is moon. Chili Billy, what up, brother? How you doing, man? You see the dark side with your telescope? You can. Like right now, it's a little bit bright out, but the dark side, the night phase of the moon. Let's see if we can even do it right now. Let's see if we can actually get a little bit to come through in the day. Like it's almost noon for me right now, so it's gonna be kind of tough to do it. But you can pick up some because of what's called Earth shine. Let's see if we can get a little bit of to come there. We pull it up a little more. We'll try to grab enough light. See if we can capture it. Now we're just going to see the atmosphere. But like really, really early morning when you come out, you can get the atmosphere, which bounces sunlight off of it and it reflects back towards the moon. And so you get what's called Earth shine, though. So you can start to make out the area that's not actually illuminated. Thanks, Isabella. I appreciate it. We see Mars like right when the sun sets. Right when the sun sets. Oh, you're in the Westport district? Nice. 10mm and Barlow lens and 25mm lens. Good to see the moon. Honestly, you want a wide field. Like when you use a Barlow, it doubles your focal length. It's like that's a 2 times Barlow, by the way. If you get like a 3 times Barlow, then it triples your focal length, which means you get a lot more zoom. But like 25mm is going to be weaker than your 10mm. I like for the moon, for me, like I like eyepieces closer to like 50mm, especially when you go up towards like a full moon. 30 inch and a 4-inch refractor to make f20. Just where your telescope focal length is 11 feet. That's funny, dude. Yeah, Yeah, for sure. It is really nice in the Westport district. Really beautiful over there. Gorgeous moon that we have. Do y'all want to try the sun now or what? We do a Chiefs game. Dude, I don't like going to like social events like that, so no. I'm gonna answer it no. I really don't like being around a lot of people. All right, thanks, Jason. Appreciate you hanging out, brother. Appreciate you. What solar eclipses I have? Yep. Don't want to go blind. You see the craters, 10mm lens is good for that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Then you want to throw in your Barlow if you really want to get that kind of zoom. Throw in your Barlow as well with the 10mm lens. Sun, please. All right, you guys are pushing me. Y'all are making it difficult. Y'all are really making it difficult. Better say your goodbyes to the moon, because we probably won't come back to the moon after this. Let me sync it though. We'll probably call it a night with the moon. I'm looking at a C2025 K1 Atlas. It's almost in line with Venus right now. Just kind of looking at it through the planetarium here. It's like right in line with Venus. Morning, Mike. How you doing, brother? Sun, y'all ready for the sun? All right. You guys are making me work. All right, let's do it. Let me put the filter on top of the telescope here. We'll go to the sun. How can you call it night with the moon? Still in. Yeah, it's not night with the moon. Like night just means no sun. The sun's what gives us day and night. Don't have anything to do with the moon. All right, let's do it. Let's put the filter on. Let me make sure you guys can see too, I guess. Let me put the camera where y'all can see a little better on the telescope. There you go. Gotta get all the dust and stuff off the solar lens. So here's a solar lens. I'll kind of put it, let's see. That's basically the solar lens I'll put on. You can see it blocks out almost all light. It's pretty crazy what it does. Oh my goodness. You gotta knock that off first. All right. Make sure we're good. No camera on the other one. Should be good. Make sure we're good all the way. All right, let's try. Try for the sun. Notice it takes out all the light. It's pretty well. This filter only allows in about 99.99, or it blocks 99.99999% of the light. Pretty wild how much it blocks. Here we go. On the way to the sun. No, you can almost make out Venus in daytime, but definitely not K1. You definitely wouldn't see K1 right now. To the large one, that's a guiding scope. The little one's a guiding scope. Let's see how far we are here. We're getting close. Let me move the camera. You guys can see the telescope a little better. All right. Now let's find the sun. How to remove chat? Hold your finger in the middle of the screen and then click. There should be like an on-off switch for. Should be an on-off switch basically for the chat. All right, let's get some brightness here. We can start to see out there a little bit. Oh, flashbang! See how close we were. We're not too far away. Got pretty darn close. Let me zoom all the way out first. Or zoom in. See nothing? Yeah, you gotta give it a minute. Gotta zoom all the way up first. Let me reset everything. Get a better view here. Change that to 1. Pause some of the game. Alright, where are we at? Here it comes. We're getting close now. Oh, look at the sunspots today. Oh, those are beautiful. Look at those sunspots right there. Kind of moving around so y'all can just kind of see the entire part of the sun first. Check out those sunspots. That's crazy. Right, that's crazy. Let me kind of zoom in on this area. It is a giant star. That's true. It's a relatively small star, but it's a common star that we find in the cosmos. Let me zoom in there. Check out some of the sunspots real quick. We can pull out some of the crazy brightness here. There we go. Let's try it that way. Is that easier to view? Look at these sunspots. Dang, that one's massive. That's probably like 4 to 5 of our planets. That's insanely big. That is insanely big. Now, sunspots are where the magnetic fields get intertangled and cause it where the plasma can't reach the surface of the sun. Yep, the sun is a yellow dwarf, even though it's green. It emits highest in green light. We call it a yellow dwarf, though. Is the cosmos big, or are we just tiny and big? I guess that comes back to how you're gonna perceive it, right? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we only measure distance in our own perspectives. Zoom out, and so if I zoom out, we wouldn't even get the whole sun, I don't think. Let me zoom all the way out real quick. Then we'll zoom back in. Like, there's not much to really see when we zoom out of the sun. So here's all that fits in the camera. So here's my camera sensor. Let me pull it back into the center. You'll see it don't even fit. With this telescope has way too much focal length. That the whole sun don't even fit in the camera itself. Just kind of cut off on both sides. How's the sun stay burned? No, actually, it don't burn. It's gravity. There's so much gravity that it actually fuses elements, which is hydrogen. Hi, Blue. How are you? How's Blue? Let's zoom back into here. Yeah, but I can't get the whole sun in this telescope. We'd have to put up a different telescope to get the entire sun in it. Indoctrination, that's best. Okay, I mean, take whatever you want, man. We call you a cult, though, because we can do things that are called science, where you actually observe something, you test it, you repeatedly test it and do it independently, or something like you just repeat something someone else says without doing any kind of like testing yourself. That makes you indoctrinated and also a cult at the end of the day. Think that one through, man. We can't find Uranus. Yeah, we could do Uranus. Can sunspots disappear? They do. They're only here relatively. They're very rapid. The sun's always changing. We can see them from hours to days to months, but you don't see them stay longer. I think some of the longer ones are like a couple months long. I showed in natural light for 1 minute. I mean, this is natural light. It's white light. If we were to take out the white light, let's align all the colors. Let's see if I can align all the colors. In the camera, it picks up more green than it does anything else, obviously, when we talk about RGB cameras. But so the way the camera picks it up is simply kind of like this. We get more of that green spectrum. We see yellow because of our blue sky. You get the green basically, or the blue bouncing off, hitting a lot of things. The green kind of does. There's a little bit of loss of green because of our atmosphere, but the red's more consistent, so it gives us that yellowish tint. Get that green and yellow tint per se. Can't look at the sun through, seems all right here. Yeah, absolutely, you can see the sun. You just got to do it with protection. Like for this one here is a white light filter. Black dots and magnetic fields shoot straight outwards. Charged particles fly out. No, so these areas where the magnetic fields kind of like intertangle and the plasma just can't reach to the top. But around it, when you talk about the penumbra, around the dark area, you see it's a little bit more gray. This is where we see the solar flares and where you see a lot of like CMEs come out. Looking at the words, letters, numbers. Yeah, okay. What else should we see? Make sure I got the rest of it. Have a plan. It's so smooth. Yeah. For sure. For sure. Absolutely. It gets clear out. I'm going to look at the moon and planets and stars nebula with the star sense. That'll be awesome, buddy. That'll be super awesome. Yeah, never look at the sun without knowing what you're doing. Never do it. No, the sun itself is white light. We see it yellow because of our atmosphere. You're down in Atlanta, Missouri. Tapping in. Ah, nice. Welcome in, buddy. Glad to have you, Mike. Sunspots are less hotter. It's about like anywhere around 6,000 to about 7,500 degrees Fahrenheit. Where the surface of the sun pushes about 10 to 12,000 degrees. Nope, not meteorite stuff. This is the sun right now. If you looked at an eclipse through this thing, we live streamed the eclipse. We live streamed the last year's one back in April. Let's see, light with the camera. So if you, this is a tough one. Technically, cameras can look at the sun, but what you want to make sure is that you don't have like an optic that increases, right? So for example, you don't want to put a magnifying glass in front of your camera. Same thing with the telescope. It's gonna bring the light into a condensed area, which will produce a lot of heat, right? So like pointing your phone at the sun won't hurt it. But if you put a magnifying glass in front of your phone and allow the point to come to a concentrated amount of energy, then yeah, you would definitely hurt it at that point. Eva, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Eva. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. John T got one. Nice. Charles got one. Okay, received one. Lori got one. Very awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Eva. I appreciate you. Oh, Men in Black also received one. Nice. Thank you, Eva. Ms. John, you got one as well. That's right. Tell Eva thank you, by the way. That is super awesome of her. That is really awesome of her. Also, what I want to do is, let's see if I can pull out some of the brightness here, make out the details. We're going to try to focus a little bit here too. So we get a little bit better focus. Let's see what we can do. A little bit at a time here. Stunningly beautiful though. Really gorgeous. These sunspots are really, really beautiful. Like super beautiful. This telescope with all the setup, the telescope that you see right there, this is about 4,000 for the telescope. That filter's about 150. The mount's about 3,000. But altogether, it pushes about 10,000 in the current setup. That was some good aim, Eva. That is true. That is true. Sunspots would like from the surface of the sun. They look like black areas. No, they'd be still very bright to you. Be very bright. The way that this filter works is the brighter areas tend to be obviously more clear, where the dimmer areas tend to be not as bright in the view. It's just a white light filter at the end of the day, but still very bright right there. Very bright. Do sunspots move around a lot? They do. As the sun rotates, and it's a differential rotation when we talk about the sun, but we'll see them take off from one direction off to the other direction. These are gorgeous sunspots, honestly. These are really gorgeous. I want to go over and check out the other one real quick. I can see one right here starting to develop. I don't know if you guys can see those. Right near the kind of like center top. There's one trying to develop right there. And we got this big old sunspot down here. There's some smaller ones over here as well. Another good sized one. And then you got some on the side there coming around. The C11 tonight, or today, using the C11 telescope. It's your backyard music. All the just hearing the crickets and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Music is on. I think he was talking about listening to the crickets. Sometimes we just turn on the microphone and I turned off the like noise cancellation. You can hear all the crickets. Got the 8SC. 8SC is good. We got 2 of them here. What's holding it floating? I mean, what do you mean what's holding it floating? The cosmos, the space fabric. So that should be checked for him. Daniel. That's funny. I should not like the devil. What the heck are you talking about? Yeah, yeah, I can only afford to pay the crickets to perform at night for us. Our paid actors are only able to perform at night. Can't do it in the day. No stars? I mean, you see a star. What are you talking about? Is there a possibility of life from sunspots? No. Can you see solar flares with that telescope? Not in this configuration. You need something like calcium K. You would need calcium K to be able to see solar flares. You can at least calcium line, the calcium lineup. Let me pull out the color again. Let's go back to adjust the color a little bit easier. You guys like, is there any specific color y'all like? Someone name a color real quick. We can adjust the camera and do something fun here. Give me a color. First color I'll say, we'll go for it. Object the size of the planet that was extracting stuff from the sun. Saw that and I said, wow. Object size, like I got no clue, man. Blue? Y'all like blue? I did too. Blue's my color. Let's try it. Let's try to get us a really cool looking blue sun right now. Not bringing too terribly much light though. Ah, it's too purple. A little too purple. There we go. Got a blue sun. Magenta, nice. Or he says white. Margarita. That's awesome. That's nice. So it looks like white on the outside. Absolutely. It emits white light. It does emit white light. No, white is a color. It's all colors though mixed together. Still is a color. And the purple is lovely. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you can make it all like you can obviously adjust the colors when you're viewing stuff like this and make it just really wild. So there's different colors though make it easier to view certain regions. For example, like to me, like this is really soft on the eyes, like super soft on the eyes to be able to view the sun and see the sunspots. And it's the same like if we go into this mode, bring in a little bit more light, obviously, and it makes it relatively easy to see as well. If I can pull properly here. Go back on solar system coloring. Make back a little bit of light. Yeah, it just makes it kind of nice. I like teal, yeah, teal's really cool. First happening coinciding with the sunspots. We see most of the flares come off from where the sunspots are, but not every time. Sometimes you get flares where sunspots don't actually occur. As black a color. Black is the absence of color, of light itself. But I mean, obviously black's a color, but it's just the absence of light. I'll change your color answer to aqua. Nice. They're kind of like holes in the sun. It's just where plasma's not coming up. And they're not that deep, though. I can't remember how deep a sunspot is. There is a relatively large area, or deep area in relations to us, for example, right? When we talk about our planet, they're relatively deep. But as far as like, are they actually deep compared to the sun? They're really not. How does other stars look like? They're like dots because they're so far away. This is our sun. It is our sun. Our beautiful sun today. Let's try and bring up a little bit more light again. Ah, too much light. We just adjust it to here. There we go. Not too bad. What a beautiful sun, though. Thank you, sun. Nice. It's not compared to the planet. You can put about 1.3 million of our planets inside of it. It's massive. Really, really massive. It makes up over 99% of the mass in our entire solar system. On the surface, are sunspots colder? Yeah, they are. They are colder than the actual surface itself. Absolutely. Never laughed out, not complained though. Your channel soundtrack is the best. I appreciate it, KK. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. These sunspots are really beautiful though. Let's see if I can do a little better focus now. Which way do we need to go on the focuser? That a little better looking? Did it look a little bit better for you? Sunspot has birthmarks. What region of the country are you looking from? I'm in the Midwest. Yeah, they are less bright. That is correct. Big guys exploded yet. Who knows? Doesn't the sun get bigger by like 1 centimeter every year? It does. It expands a little bit. Also loses mass, obviously. Does the sun move through the Milky Way galaxy? It does. These are just really, really beautiful sunspots. Like, should we stack it? Y'all want to stack these sunspots? Get a little high definition view of them. Actually, let me pull out some of our brightness here first. Let me make it properly bright or darker. And I'll try to pull in some of the gamma. They kind of show up a little better for us. There we go. Stack them. Let's stack it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So far, 25 images, 30 images, 35 images. See how this looks. I'm gonna let it run like 150 images or so. Blue Moon ice cream, yeah. How come you know so much? Oh man, I chew my toenails and it gives me so many powers. Chewing your toenails gives you so many powers. That's what I was told the other day anyways. You tried to get Swan yesterday, but I could not. Let me see the comment, not the film. Oh, okay, I got you. At this point, I got you, yeah. Wait until you can get lemon. Lemon's going to be coming up really gorgeous here quickly. It's going to be really beautiful. Dude, I know. You asked. You asked. I had to answer it. Blue Moon ice cream, yeah. Blue Moon ice cream's really good. It's really good. What's your favorite gas giant? For observation, Jupiter by far. Jupiter's really awesome. It is a gorgeous planet. So here we go. This is about 350. I went a little bit longer than I thought it would go. 350 images here. About our beautiful sun. It's gorgeous too. I love these sunspots right now. Really, really gorgeous. Bring us back to live view. Hey, what up, John? How you doing? How's your day? How is John today? Just a little bit more brightness here. Or if I can just do an automatic stretch. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Hopefully y'all can see it a little better. Being the white side. Great view of Lemon. Yep, we are. We are. We're going to get an amazing view of Lemon here quickly. We'll be coming up here quickly. Yo, what up, James? How you doing? How's your day? Let's go check out some of the other sunspots real quick. Do 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 do. Do you usually get this detail? Sometimes. Just depends on the equipment that we're using at that point. This is also a really gorgeous region right here. A lot of activity right here as well. Can you see Lemon right now? No, it's daytime right now. I wouldn't be able to see anything right now. Everyone's always out trying to Voyager 2 and popular. I'm not sure. That's a good question. I'm not sure. Look around in the Pink Panther song. Do 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 do. You gotta do the Pink Panther song whenever you're observing the sun. What is this? This is the sun. Our sun. Our buddy star. The soul of the sun. And sunspots. Sun featuring sunspots. ACDC is an Australian. Nice. Is Australian. Nice, nice. Rig somewhere else where there's no like pollution cheating. Do you think having a rig somewhere else where there's no light pollution cheating? Not really. I mean, at the end of the day, you're doing the same thing, you know. Dang, Jesse came out hardcore right there. We have some clear. Beautiful skies here in the middle, Tennessee. I mean, we've had crazy clouds here in Kansas City. Is it like, dang, Jesse, that's hardcore, bro. That is hardcore. Hi, how's it going, Healthy? What did I try to for Starlens reflector telescope 25 or 10 millimeter for planets and moon? Like for planets, you want to get that 10 millimeter with Barlow. Or these dots, these are sunspots. These are areas where the magnetic field gets intertangled and causes a plasma basically not be able to reach the surface, but they're called sunspots. 3 CMAs coming forward. Yeah. Like the sun has been really active the past couple days. It's been like super active. What's a near star besides our sun? It's going to be God, why do I lose it in my mind? Proxima. There we go. Proxima Centauri. What up, Mohammed? How's it going? How's your day? Yeah, Proxima Centauri be the closest star to us besides our sun. Temporary cooler spots. That is right. It's not sleepy time for you. Yeah, a little bit of daytime, day stream. That's right. Yeah, Proxima. It lost my mind. You can tell I really haven't slept much lately. This has been a pretty wild week as far as like trying to get rest. And here I am out here hanging out with the sun, which is sometimes kind of fun. Get sleep. I will. I'll get a little bit here soon. I'll get a little bit here soon. Then my 7-year-old will be here. Proximity Terry. That's right. Hey, what's up, Jethro? How you doing? Welcome in. Take the 12 millimeter of 2 times, brother. Class, but still gives you a chance to stay on target. Yeah, absolutely. What country am I in right now? I'm in the country of delusion. I'm in the USA. Does that mean there's no night stream? I'm not sure yet. It looks like it's going to be really cloudy tonight here in Kansas City. So I'm not 100% sure how it's going to be tonight. It's supposed to rain for you on Saturday. Dang, man. No, right now we're looking at the sun. This is our sun. The biggest stargate in our solar system. Love it. Nice one. Yep, this is right now we're looking at our sun, our beautiful sun. Our sunspots hot. They are. It's about like 6,000 to about 7,500 degrees, roughly in Fahrenheit. Are the spots sunspots? Other regions on the sun. These are just gorgeous. This is a really gorgeous area. So like when you talk about the Borellis, by the way, most of them come because of these features. These are like precursors to a lot of the solar flares that we see in the CME that come out. Oh, you're in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Oh, no way. We were down in Mount Hope, Arkansas last April for the solar eclipse. Yo, what's up, Vern? How you doing? How's your day? How is your day, Vern? Hopefully you're having an amazing day. Zoom out, please. So big. The most I can zoom out, like this is our field of view in the camera currently, but we can try to zoom out a little bit more. We still can't get like the entire sun in this telescope. It has way too much focal length. This is the entire view now. So there's the entire view I can pick up on the with the sun, but that's pretty cool. It's actually a gorgeous view right there, honestly. You can kind of pull it up a little better. Actually, a really gorgeous view. There you go. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. There's so much data that has to transfer through USB now that we lose a lot of our frames. So it's a little bit slower as far as the frames per second go. Alpha Centauri, can you view it through your telescope? So I assume you mean Alpha Centauri, right? Yeah, we will in just a minute. Not having any sunlight for a year. Oh, dude, that'd be horrible. That'd be horrible. That would be really bad. That would be really bad. It's a beautiful sun. Really active still. Oh, let's see here. Space, the final frontier. That's melting on the spots. Oh my goodness. Should get that checked out properly. I'd imagine that's true. Let's zoom in a little bit where we're not completely zoomed in, but give it a little bit more field of view. Maybe like that. That a little better. Easier to see. Easier to see those sunspots. See the dust there on the bottom left as well. This is our sun, our beautiful sun. Not burning. The sun doesn't burn. Telescope give views of Alpha Sanctuary. I'm not sure what Alpha Sanctuary is. It is our sun, yep. Yeah, I'm not sure what Alpha Sanctuary. I assume it means Alpha Centauri. Not sure what Alpha Sanctuary is. No clue. What size of a tropical front or Earth would be the size of a nickel? Man, I'll tell you what. Earth would fit inside that really big sunspot right there. You would at least get 3 of our planets inside that thing. Because of polarity mixing, we may get some good flares. So that's actually tough. I just don't have like a calcium style filter. Say something as well. Showing us this. It can get pretty fun though. I like his conversation. I definitely like some of his conversation. What do you look like first with the telescope of money? Saturn. Saturn would be your first target to go for. What do you call it? Fusion. It fuses elements. Burning would imply like fire, where it just fuses elements. Oh, thanks, Ian. It is nice. This is called Ocean's Tapping. Quick view of the Decapod system. What the heck? This is our sun. How are you doing, Pamela? How's your day? You made it to one of the sun live streams. That is true. We did the moon just a bit ago. Now hanging out with the sun for a little bit. Our gorgeous sun. Let me see if it's moving into the western sky yet. We're going to be getting close to moving. Nah, we still got a little while. We still got a bit. It'd be cool if, like, go over to Venus and try to capture, but it's just way too close right now. Way. Because then if I went to Venus, then I'd have to go try Mercury as well. Maybe I should go down that rabbit hole and try to capture Venus and Mercury at the same time. Let me look at this comet here. We got comet, got K1 Atlas out here, not far from where Venus is located. Then we got comet A6 Lemon now, almost directly above my head. It's at zenith. A6 Lemon is near zenith. Let me see what the data's showing for it right now. Magnitude 4.1. That's crazy. Don't understand what you're looking at. It's the sun. We just zoomed out, and we'll zoom out again here in a minute. Hey, KK, welcome in. How you doing? How's your day? Pull that over here. Read my bill. Alpha Centauri. So that's something you'd have to look at night. The sun's way too bright to be able to see other stars and effects from stars in the daytime. Actually, it does. It does a lot of craziness. It does a lot of craziness. Comet gets really close to the sun, will absorb it sometimes. Have you ever spotted Mercury passing in front of the sun? Yeah, it's, when was that, like 3-4 years ago? The next time's like in the 2040s, roughly. That sun, notice it's not on fire. Yeah, it's not on fire. This is a sun. We call it plasma, though. You basically just see energy from its plasma. We're gonna spot 3i Atlas November. Hi, Sibel. How are you? Black hole sun. Need sunscreen, dude. Yeah. No, it's just where Chuck Norris got mad and beat up the sun. That's evidence that Chuck Norris went to the sun. Yeah. I mean, it'll definitely look good. Hola, ¿cómo está, Jose? Buenos días, a ti. Yep, this is Sol. This is Sol. Come off of the sun with the telescope. You need hydrogen alpha to see CME. Doing earthquake drills? I got you. Telescope able to provide Alpha Centauri view. Not in the daytime. Join the David Club. We always get so many Davids in here. What do you use to project the hologram? Jacob, definitely ain't your intelligence, because there'd be lack of. What do you think of Pierre Mary? Opinion of the sun being liquid? I don't know who Pierre actually is. I'm not sure who that is, but it'd be way off. We can actually measure it through light spectroscopy. It's a Nothenberger. I know. Yeah, I definitely understand your intelligence in Nothenberger, dude. I definitely understand that. The closest thing that's been to your head is probably the side of your door when you walked into this morning. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Doo-doo. What is it, Jacob? Ouch. Ouch. Really cool sunspot there, too. Are you formally educated, or is this a hobby? So my education comes back to chewing on toenails. It's kind of what I've been told lately anyways. How many years does it take for Mercury to orbit the sun? Dang, I'd have to think that one all the way through. Mercury's orbit around the sun. It's relatively fast, by the way. It's not like super slow. Let me pull it up real quick, because I just can't think of it on top of my head. I'd be lying if I told you I knew off the top of my head. Interesting phenomena that have captured from the sun. CMEs are, like CMEs are really awesome phenomenons. Some of the crazy things, like finding H2O actually in the atmosphere of the sun, like that's super crazy. I was inspired the David Club. Dang, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. 88 days. There you go. Nice. I should have known that off the top of my head, but there's a lot of things I just can't ever remember anymore. There's things I just don't remember. Orbit's 88 days. Very nice. People really believe there are planets. Dude, I just scares me. It honestly scares me if you are a true truck driver. Like, that's scary as hell, dude. How did you pass any kind of exam to be able to drive a truck? Oh, two on the sun. In the atmosphere, yeah. We've actually been able to capture some of the evidence that there's H2O in small amounts, not like a ton, but some H2O in the atmosphere, which I guess it kind of makes sense when you get a lot of comets around, but the question is, how does it stay around? Yeah, sunspots can be really massive. Really massive. But some people still believe the road is flat in 2025. Yeah, it's really scary when you have people like this dude named Papa Trucker driving a truck and being crazy like that. Just realized the sun is actually white, like most stars. We consider it a yellow dwarf star because obviously we didn't realize what light spectrum it emitted, but it emits highest on like the green spectrum though. You don't think the sun's 93 million miles away? Okay. Dude, again, like, no one ever claimed your intelligence, so there's that. How many hats been captured in the solar winds? Yeah, that's true. There are element hats. Do I have a trucker? Teacher, I'm not sure I want him on the road when I'm driving. Every element has been captured in the solar winds. Yep. What's going on with these crazy? I got no clue. Is it true that if it was just 1 mile shorter or 1 mile longer distance, we would either freeze or no, not at all. We get a little bit further away, a little bit closer all the time as we go around our elliptic. This is the sun right now. Right now we're looking at the sun. This is the sun with sunspots. How much is this telescope? The telescope itself, the 11SE, is about 4,000 roughly. Or the C11, it's about 4,000 itself. Yeah. No, you're good. I know my title says that we're looking at the moon, but yeah, we're looking at the sun right now. Enjoying the sun. How much is a large pizza, Missouri? Oh, man. Any attachments? Camera, focuser, solar filter, weights. In the winter and the northern hemisphere. That's true. Yeah. That's true. We get closer towards it in the winter than we do in the summer. It's really well. Oh, thanks, AK. I appreciate it. Have you seen the video UFO pulling solar flares out the sun? It's huge. Very interesting. That would definitely be called AI. It's cheaper than pizza in Oregon. I know that much. Really? What else can you see with your telescope right now? The sun, with the sun filter, just the sun basically is the only thing we can see with the filter on it. How much do sunspots cost? What? Can you your nephew in this? That'd be really cool. It wasn't AI? Okay. I mean, whatever it did. Whatever. Real about the video. Let me try to reread the comment then. Where was it at? Have you ever seen the video of a UFO pulling solar flares off the sun? It's huge, very impressive. I want to put this in perspective. That UFO would have to be somewhere around the size of our planet Earth or larger to be able to see something like that. Now, to put that in perspective, now we're going to have to be looking at through a calcium style filter to be able to see the solar flares. At this point, you're not going to see an object like the UFO itself. You're going to see some weird shadow effect. We'll go back to, yeah, CGI AI. So what exactly is sunspots? Sunspots are areas of colder regions on the sun. They're temporary. They can last even, usually about days, but you can see there's a few that last even over like a month to 2 months. But there are areas where the sun's magnetic fields, it swaps north to south, south to north. Sometimes they'll get intertangled and cause these kind of like a strong region where the plasma can't reach to the surface. The size of the planet. Yeah, I mean, just think about that though. Something the size of a planet wandering through and is only seen near the sun would be pretty well. Hope it's on. First thing to do in the morning is watch the solar report. Ah, nice. Fix my other hobby of ham radio. Oh, I got you, Bess. Yeah, absolutely. I get that. What can you see with your telescope to see in the night sky? The reflector telescope. This is a kind of like a hybrid. A Schmidt Cassegrain is more of like a hybrid between a reflector and a refractor. Pretty much anything though. We can go all the way up to deep space. What's the chance of having humans landing in Mars during your lifetime? I mean, relatively high. Honestly, relatively high. Does the sun rotate like we do? It rotates, but it's differential. It's a differential rotation because it's gas, not like a solid terrestrial object like what we have here on our planet. So like at the equator, for example, rotates different than what it is near the poles. Yep, the sun is white light, yeah. It appears yellow to us though, of course. But like when you buy the glasses in a lot of solar filters, they put like a yellow tint on it, just so it kind of just makes sense to people, but it's white light. It peaks higher in the green spectrum though. I've heard you can hear the International Space Station within the right equipment. That's really cool. Yep, it peaks higher on the green side. It's got a 4.5 reflector. Just slip on filters. That ain't bad though. It's absolutely awesome. Man, does it go wonky? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 10 of green. Yeah, it peaks higher in the green spectrum. Ever played KSP? I have not. What are we looking at here? The sun. Right now we're looking at the sun. Chicago Arty. Your reflection of stupidity too. Hello, what are we looking at today? The sun. We're hanging out the sun right now. They are. Well, the solar minimum begins soon. Oh, it's going to be a while. It's hard to tell if we even passed solar maximum yet, to be honest. Like, it appears we have, but like if we zoom out and look at it, it don't appear we've really made it past solar maximum yet. It's still a very active sun. Wonder if we can capture a solar flare. I don't have a calcium filter to be able to do that. C11. Right now we're using the C11, 11-inch Schmidt Cassegrain telescope. 11-inch Schmidt Cassegrain telescope. The camera's running at 35 degrees Celsius right now. She's hot. She is hot. How do these things called? Star parties? Oh, yeah. Dusk in the Sky Club. Oh, absolutely. Come see the sun before sundown. That's really cool. What's solar maximum? It's when we see the most energy going on when we talk about the sun, as far as like outwards energy. you start to see a lot of these sunspots get a lot more CMEs, a lot more solar flares. About the phenomenon that's supposedly happening out in deep space, supposed to object was intelligent. Have you heard of it? I don't know anything that you're speaking of there, to be honest. We have the technology to see the sun so up close. That's pretty cool, though. Absolutely. Where's your criteria? We're looking at the sun right now. No longer looking at the moon. We're looking at the sun currently. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. I appreciate it, bud. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're out of sweet tea, though. We'll have to pick up sweet tea later today. At some point, I'm going to have to sleep, and I'm also going to have to pick up some sweet tea. Happy Thursday to you, Brenda. Happy Thursday to you. Yeah, this is the sun. Hanging out with the sun currently. The sun is nice, that is true. The sun emits white light. It appears yellow because of our atmosphere, though. The blue light so energetic, bouncing around the atmosphere, hitting all the elements, so we get that blue sky. And some of the green as well. The green's a little bit more active than when we talk about red light. And so you still have some green and red left, which gives us that yellow color. Sunspots are a little bit cooler than the surface of the sun, about 6,000 to about 7,500 degrees compared to roughly 10,000 to 12,000 degrees on the sun's surface. That's Fahrenheit, by the way. Make sure I say that correctly, Fahrenheit. Oh, thanks, Leah. I appreciate it. The sun is a yellow dwarf star. That's right. It's classified as a yellow dwarf. Caroline supposedly the satellite sent out a long time ago. Voyager supposedly sent back information about this phenomenon. I'm not too sure anything about it, to be honest. Are there any other sunspots? There are. We can run around. Ball flames? Nah. There's a lot going on that you got to look at it through different filters. But it's not flames. Kind of move us over here. A few more sunspots on this region. See a few more over here. Dust might be the size of Earth, yeah. Like that one over there on the opposite side. Let's go back over there real quick. Like even this one, that's probably about 2 of our planets. That's probably about 2 to 3, roughly, of our planets could fit in that one. The one over here is relatively large. It could probably even get closer to about 5 in this one. It's actually really big. That is a big sunspot right there. That's a really big sunspot. 437.8, 100 millihertz. You hear the frequency of the ISS repeater. That's crazy cool. That's really cool. This is the sun. Looking at the sun. Oh, it's just white light. It's the energy that we're seeing right here. The sunspots are cooler regions. That is correct. Look, open the lamp and clean it out. You have to open the lamp and clean it out. What? No, what? I'm gonna be running an observing event today at the university. Dude, that's crazy cool. That's awesome, Leslie. What kind of telescope you guys using? Hydrogen, HA. Gonna be running HA or what? The sun does spin. It's differential rotation though, but it does spin. These spots are wild today. It's gonna be a really beautiful view today. Did you guys do your observation, Wesley? Be a really beautiful view tonight, or today. And it's nighttime for you. Look at Wolf got triggered by looking at the sun. This is the sun. We're looking at the sun right now. The gas giants also have differential rotation. They do. Do spots migrate? They do. They come and go pretty quickly. Yeah. No, I got a dust spot. Yeah, on the bottom left side. There's a dust spot down there. What's a black dot? Sunspots. Mr. Wolf. Getting so triggered just by looking at the sun. Oh my goodness. Probably have to say something like maybe read Romans 5:6. Might help you a little bit. That's crazy how you can just be looking at like the sun or something and it just like triggers some people like completely, that the beliefs have to come out at that point. You can't just step back and be like, I got my own personal beliefs. It's all good. But there's some point where you have to say, why is this trigger you? Where it makes you question your own beliefs. Like, are you not that comfortable with them? It does, yeah. The equator actually rotates faster than the poles. That is true. And just goes, but I don't know. Oh, okay, I got you, Wesley. Yeah, there's no reason to actually talk about beliefs. Like, I think everybody should have their own beliefs. It's the same politics. Like, why would we want to talk about politics when we're looking at the sun? It just makes no sense at all. But contemplate. That's true. That is true. It's unfortunate. Like, I don't want to have to do that to people. But I think there's no need to also talk about beliefs when we can just enjoy the view and talk about our observations. The sun would trigger any vampires. That is true. Are you still not at rally? Like, we're looking at the sun, yeah. What is this color of the sun? Oh, for some reason the bot got you on that. What's the color of the sun? Actually, it's white light, but it peaks higher in the green spectrum, but it's white light. Well, dark spots, sunspots. Dang, man, you're making the Streamlabs go off on you. Oh, your name. The bot don't like your name at all, apparently. Can we talk about what color our socks are? I guess. Nah, dude. Flat earthers only exist in your head. Looks like some mixing may be going on with the two big spots on the west side. On the frame, yeah. They very well even come together. They very well could. Helium was discovered on the sun before Earth. Yeah, ain't that wild? That's super wild. I mean, you can go as literal as you want. Again, you're going to get booted too, man. Read the room. This is about science. It's not about our beliefs. Like, having beliefs are amazing. I have my own beliefs. I think everybody should have their beliefs. But there comes a point when you can just enjoy what we're doing. And if you take something literal of something else that don't have anything to do with the effect of what science is of its own, then I don't know where to go with it at that point. You're just being really simple-minded. Yeah, helium was discovered on the sun before Earth. That is right. This is our sun. This is our beautiful sun. The sun got timed. What does that actually mean? Sun got timed. Time's relevant to you. Yeah, it's super simple. Absolutely. I think just being kind, because obviously it's hard to be kind to someone that doesn't have kindness of their own. It's hard. It's kind of like you get what you get. Dang, man, the bot keeps getting you because your name. Does the sun got seasons? It does not. Seasons come from like a tilt of a planet because of the sun itself. What filters are you using? Just a white light filter. Here's solar storms, aren't they? These are sunspots. We don't actually see like the solar storms. You're talking about like the CMEs or any of those type of effects, but we see the sunspots here. Why'd everybody leave? It just happens. Every cycle you hear about, sometimes that's true. It is true. Yep. Our sun goes through an 11-year cycle. Basically, the North Pole and the South Pole flip. We go from solar minimum to solar maximum. Hey, Ollie, how you doing? Welcome in. The sun. Yeah, what up, Ninja? How you doing, buddy? How's your day? Mature a little more. Might get an next flare. Yeah, it's very possible. There's a good possibility of it. Hey, what up, Rick? How you doing? Does the sun get bigger according to you? The sun gets a little bit larger. It does get a little bit larger. It also loses mass. There's different things that are occurring with the sun. The sun is always changing in a huge sense. That's an old day moon. That's a star. It is true. Rick, how was your day, buddy? Hopefully you're doing really well. The Russians are flying around now. Yeah. At least the upside files. Like, what do I have to do with the government, man? Like, make it make sense in your own head. Did Parker's probes reach the sunspots? It went through the atmosphere. Parker space probe's really awesome. Super, super awesome. Finally caught the sun, D1? Yeah, absolutely. Been great. Yeah, dude, everything's well. Everything's well. Enjoying this side of the streaming platform for sure. Glad to see you. Honestly, glad to see you. There's no day moon. That is a star. That is true. That's absolutely true. Rowana, hey, welcome in. How are you doing? How's Oklahoma skies? Yep, we're looking at the sun currently. Called Sunshine, Observe, Restarting the Sun. I have not seen that one. I don't watch a lot of TV though. Your name's on the Parker Solar Pro? That's awesome. That's super cool. I like your name on here too. Lazy Lap Rabbit. Love that. That's awesome. That's so funny. Hey Kyle, good evening. How you doing? How's Texas? The sun is wildly gorgeous today. These sunspots are just make me hope for like really awesome aurora borealis soon. I just stumbled on your channel. I do. I stream quite often. I think we did about 7 hours last night, 5 or 7 hours something. But I try to stream as often as we can. As long as we don't have clouds, you'll see me. Cloudy over there. Oh no! What are you gonna have the clouds for? Need to see content like this. I appreciate it, Ali. Yeah, absolutely. To pull the planets closer over a long period of time. They don't. We actually get a little bit further away. Everything's on their way outwards. I mean, take that back a little bit. Not everything, because we see like stuff like Phobos, for example, which is on the collision course of Mars. But everything's pretty much we're wanting to leave. This is the sun. Yep, we're hanging out the sun. What part of the states are you in? Kansas City. That'll be awesome, Bass. That'd be really cool. Can we see our sun because the moon got weird? Can we see our moon? We were actually looking at the moon just a bit ago. That's the first thing we started with. First thing that we started with today. The skies over Wisconsin is cloudy. That's tough. That's super tough. The sun does spin. Yeah, it does spin. Differential rotation though, because it is gas, all gas. So it's differential rotation. The equator spins faster than the poles do. You following 3i Atlas any? I mean the context of it. I haven't been able to capture it through the observatory yet. How other planets are visible? Earth. Above us right now, though, you got Venus, Mercury, and Jupiter are above us currently. Oh, and Mars. Mars is really close to the sun. Gonna have trouble. Yeah, I know, absolutely. Yeah, that bot just takes out the name comment every time. Realized moon got weird the past few days. It hasn't. We've been observing the moon. We've been observing it. Is there any light pollution in the area? With the sun right now, yeah. It's not too bad, though. Here it's Bortle 2.7. Speak to the tiny planet. Staring at the star together. From all over the globe. Life is amazing. That is true. That is so true. That is so true. It's pretty hot. Yep, I agree. Lockdown satellite access. I mean, I would assume they got satellite access. It's real name, not troll. Oh, it's alright. I mean, if it's your real name, it's cool. It's just the bot's gonna get you every time. I wasn't talking about you being a troll or anything. The bot just captures that name and just tosses it out for some reason. In the country last night. Nice. Are we going to have solar flares? Solar flares have been going on. A lot of them in the past couple of days. It's common, though, in this period. Jim says, good morning, Kmart shoppers. If we had 2 stars, what if we had 2 stars? LOL is this your hobby or your job as well? I do this until I decide to chew on my toenails. Somebody told me I'm a toenail chewer, so I'm pretty much on that path in life, I guess. I chew on my toenails for a living, I guess. Do you get better images after it rains? Not really, because then you get a lot of humidity after the rain, and then it causes a lot of atmospheric turbulence. Hey Pat, how's it going, buddy? YouTube glitched last night. There was a little bit. A few people said it glitched a little bit for them, but well, I didn't have any problem streaming though. The sun is flat for you. Okay. Okay. Which polarity? But halfway through the cycle, lean polarity. We'll change on the spots. That is correct. I can't even remember. Honestly, I can't even tell you which polarity it is either. I don't know what that emoji is that you're pointing at. Anybody know what that emoji is? No clue. Looks like an eye. You comment I galaxy I point. It's bad all across the internet. I didn't have problems streaming last night myself. How much do you get for your toenails? I'm not too sure. Apparently, like, I would assume that the doctor gets more than I would get, but I'm not 100% sure. One day you can try a telescope. Oh, I hope you can too, Ali. If you got like a local astronomy club, definitely check it out when they have like a meeting. You can go out there and work with some of the individuals that have telescopes. Some even some of the local astronomy clubs have like a library where you can even check out telescopes, which is really cool. I think it's really cool. Looks like a Turkish eye. Yeah, I'm not sure what that emoji is at all. Like at all. Like I have no clue. It looks like eye, lightning, point left, point right, lightning, eye. I don't know. I don't know I don't know how to read that. Desi, you go to sleep. What are you doing awake? Hola, what up, Pedro? I appreciate Witter. Thank you so much. Toenail farming. Take that idea to Shark Tank. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's the only thing we can do, right? Just tell me to shut up if I chat. Nah, you're good, man. Nah, you're good, brother. You good. That's the easy one, yeah. What will happen if Milky Way collides with Andromeda? What will happen with our sun? That's a couple of things there. We get about a 50-50 chance of actually colliding with Andromeda. Our sun will come to the end of its life before we actually collide with Andromeda, by the way. To the point where Andromeda and our sun would get nearby. But space is so massive that no two stars will ever get near each other. There'll be some effect from stars, but they'll kind of want to push each other away. Our sun, though, will be at the end of its life by the time the merger were to occur. Watch TV when you can watch the skies. That is true. That's how I feel as well. Yo, what up, Friday? How's it going? Been asleep, sir? You haven't gone? I have gone to bed. I actually slept for 3 hours earlier. I feel very energetic, too. Do you also capture your ISS transiting? We haven't yet. There's been times we've actually captured the ISS, but not a transit in front of the sun. Is there any clubs at Michigan? I've never been to Michigan. But I would assume. You'd have to look up some around. You have to look up some. Yeah, try to engage with chat for sure. I don't know tornado, pound, tornado. I don't know tornado, pound, tornado. Anybody understand emojis at all? Because I got no clue what's going on there. Got no clue what's going on there. That's a nap for you? No way. You sleep too much, does he? What are you doing? 500 million years away. Billion, like 5 billion or so. 5 to 6. Oh, yeah, like 5 to 6 million when we talk about the merger. Kind of confused me on the 500 million. Forgot to put the caveat. Binary stars will come into each other's local territories. This is true. Like that can occur. It won't have, like, you can have an effect where it might toss some planets, but we see that it's still possible to have binary stars, also triple stars that have planets around them. Is this your own telescope? Yeah. I mean, I guess it was my neighbor's until I went and took it from him. He wasn't looking. I went and took it from him real quick. Do you believe the sun will come to the end of its life one day and become a black hole? Not a black hole. It will come to the end of its life because everything in the universe comes and goes. Everything in the universe comes and goes. Our sun's about halfway through its life period, though. The white surface of photosphere. Yep, we're looking at the photosphere. Make cool space vids. I'm not a big fan of like AI, to be honest. I've never been a big fan of AI. I think AI is going to mess up people's brains in a huge sense that like we all lose trust. You should obviously you should have a way to trust but verify, but like AI is going to make it where it's so hard to have any trust in anything anymore. Like I'm not a fan of AI at all. I get the rest. Yeah, I got the tornado defense. I just don't know how to read the rest of it. I don't. Now it's like, now they put in the emojis as meditating. I don't know. Vampire dancing. How do you even read that? I don't even know how to read it. Yeah, I think AI is gonna make people stupid. That's probably true. I was going hanging out the sun right now, Omar. Invaluable, but we have the right no. And AI really, it's more like a sophisticated indexing tool. Yeah, I agree. But it can be used in the wrong manner as well, causing issues. It's fun, just fun videos. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, AI does have cons and pros. Yep, that's absolutely true. Kind of for a Terminator movie that will happen in our future. I don't know, man. I got no clue. I think one of the biggest challenges we're going to have AI is definitely going to be trust. Like, I think it is something there where YouTube does already require you to say that something's AI. And I think that's a good thing. At the end of the day, like it's a good thing if you have to classify that, hey, this is AI. You know what I mean? Are you looking at the sun? Right now we're looking at the sun and sunspots. That's scary. Just watch Alien Earth. No, I don't like what I see. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Made Terminator videos locking humans up. Ooh. Life Force, a recommended movie. I'll check it out. Think about the simulation theory lab. Yeah, I can get that. It's kind of how I take over soon. Do you know Brian? Brian Cox? I think you mean Brian Cox, right? No, oh man. I hope it does continue like that, and I hope it becomes strong in a sense that if one were to use AI, that it must be documented this is AI. Like I hope that becomes a thing, to be honest. I hope it becomes a thing. So listen to Brian. Brian Cox is the dude from the Scottish dude, no? Oh no. You're talking about the physics. The musician. The dude that plays music, right? The physicist that plays music. I think I said physician. Maybe I do need to sleep at some point today. Yeah, some kind of watermark would be smart for sure. Brought me. Toxin green too. Nice. Yeah, I think so. I think AI definitely should be marked as AI so everybody knows. Aware of two hot Jupiter's theories. I am aware of two hot Jupiter theories. Do you believe in someone from future and come to present time to warn us about Skynet Israel? No, absolutely not. System that takes over the world in the Terminator films, yep. Yeah, absolutely. Sounds good, Desi. Sounds good. Sounds good. I don't know how much longer we'll be streaming for. I've been on for an hour and 43 minutes. Maybe we'll go to 2 hours today. Sylvester Stallone survived on the set. Nope, only Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris the only one. How much longer are we going to be in Solar Maximum? We won't know. Truth be told, like Solar Maximum will be defined after Solar Maximum, when its start and end would be. Can you next time capture beetle guys? We sometimes do. It's not until early morning though, because Orion has to come up. But there's sometimes we look at beetle guys. Beetle guys, beetle geese, beetle juice. Have an amazing day, Kyle. Thanks for coming in, brother. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Tinkala. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's not you. Neither or. Honestly, neither or. I don't watch a lot of movies, and I don't let movies affect my decisions on reality. Would you colonize Mars if you were asked? I wouldn't. Not me personally. I like our planet. I think it's just absolutely amazing here. Yeah, it's super massive. Can Britain still see him? All right, Sister Sheldon. Gotcha. What we're viewing, by the way, the sun. Currently looking at the sun. The sun, and look at these amazing sunspots, though. These sunspots are so gorgeous. It's not every day you look at the sun and be like, whoa, that's gorgeous. Not every day you get that view. Today is one of those days. The Martian is a good movie? I like Contact. I did not like Interstellar. A real question, Telescope, have you ever seen aliens or weird entities? Honestly, no. Honestly, no. I know it kind of comes off weird, but usually I'm streaming live, so if there was anything weird or aliens, then obviously there'd be a lot of videos because people would save them. Like, I never see anything, Mom. You too, Phil. Have an amazing day, brother. Appreciate it, man. Have an amazing day. Io is in transit in front of Jupiter. How cold are these spots relative to the rest of the surface? About in Fahrenheit, it's about 6,000 and 7,500 degrees. Compared to the surface, it's going to be about 10 to 12,000 degrees. I mean, the face every time you say that, which I know on Interstellar. Dude, I just can't do Interstellar. It's too much of a chick flick for me. Too much of a chick flick. Get Thornton's good lecture too. Nice. Uh-oh. Here comes the emojis again. Pumpkin, face slap, weird stare, angry, I don't know. Wee. Let's walk and swim. I don't know. Hash pound. What the heck? I cannot read emojis at all. It's something that existed out there in our galaxy. We're not alone. That is correct, and I think there are aliens out there. To be honest, like if you were asking me in my opinion, then I do believe life does exist outside of our planet. We just haven't been able to observe it yet. Yep, hanging out the sun right now. This is our sun. Where are the black dots? These are sunspots. Sunspots on the sun. Cooler region. Temporary cooler regions caused by the magnetic field. For the Interstellar as a chick flick. Really? I think it was. I don't know. Like, it puts me to sleep. I find it so boring. And like right in the beginning too. It don't even take long. But we don't see the surface, right? I mean, it's bigger than what we see since there's a lot going on. Right now we're seeing the surface of the sun, the chromosphere. If it's the sun, you'd be blind. I mean, it's the sun. We use a sun filter. Have you ever used like eclipse glasses? Have you ever used a welding helmet? Yeah, Interstellar definitely has a chick flick. See, I got someone else on my side here. I got someone else on my side. We're looking at the sun, hanging out the sun. Exactly the sunspots. Sunspots are cooler regions, temporary cooler regions on the sun caused by its magnetic field intertangling, which causes like a void where the plasma can't reach to the surface of the sun. They're just cooler regions that we see on the sun, though. They're basically pretextures, so of like solar flares. Not all solar flares come from around the sunspots, but most of them do. Which you also see stuff like CMEs come out as well, which is where we get the auroras. You feel cornered there? Nah, man. Who else agrees? Anybody else think that Interstellar is a chick flick? Anybody else agree with that? How are all the viewers able to look at it? We use a sun filter. So true, man. Never seen it. Good music. I mean, it does have good music. There's good tunes that come from it. Chick flick. Okay, gotcha. Difference between sunspots or sun point sunspots. I gotcha. Have you seen any rockets before up there? No. 100% chick flick. Gotcha. See, I'm not the only one. Okay, I thought I was like the oddball, thinking Interstellar was a chick flick. It doesn't pique my interest, anyways. Yeah, the music from it's definitely good. I like the music. The soundtrack's definitely good from Interstellar. Or trying to describe the freedom in a wrong word. Magnitude of emotion, being able to witness space. She is trying to express. Maybe. Very well could be. Very well could be. The sun does look crazy. It's gorgeous, though. These sunspot regions are really beautiful. Like, I truly am enjoying the view of the sunspot region. You guys want to stack this? I don't know if we stacked it yet. Should we stack it? How's it perfectly round? I mean, because it's the sun. Just like most other things, they tend to be round. Carl Sagan, I definitely like listening to Carl Sagan. I don't know that I would consider myself a fan, per se, but I enjoy listening to Carl Sagan. Similar, I enjoy listening to very many different opinions, obviously. Yeah, must have Hans Zimmer's music is amazing. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think so. If you could see it in live in 4K and all the details, yeah. Space Odyssey, 2001 Space Odyssey is a great space film. I go back to Contact, personally. Wes, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, buddy. Honestly, thank you. No flames at all? No, the sun don't have flames. Yeah, there's no fire. There's no flames of the sun. You get like different effects that you see from the sun. So if like you use different filters, let's say like hydrogen alpha, then you can make out some of the other effects, which looks almost like it's on fire in a sense, but it's not. It's just plasma being lifted off the sun surface, and then a lot of times it rains back in. Sometimes it gets thrown out. Yeah, Jodie Foster. I think she's a really good actress. The sunspots are really warm. Yeah, they are really warm. 7,500 degrees roughly. It's kind of wavy. Yeah, it's just how it is when we're tracking it through the sky. Watching the sun during night. No, it's daytime. As you can see down in the chat, you can see the telescope. It is daytime. Hey, basically, Bill Nye, the science guy before Bill Nye with the Cosmos series, yeah. Why is it not yellow? It's daytime down below, but nighttime up top. What's the sun? It's a, like, again, have you ever used like a welding helmet? The flare itself isn't. The flare is more like charged particles, but plasma can be lifted because of it, though. But have you ever used like a welding helmet or anything, or have you ever even used like solar glasses? Have animals that hit so hard? They create temperatures as hot as the sun. Wait, what? What? I've never heard that one. Welding helmet's definitely a good comparison. If you look at the telescope on here, that really bright silver thing, that ring, that's actually the solar lens that we're using currently. Oh, pistol shrimp. Yeah, good point. Good point. But you see the color? No, they're actually colorized. Those are colorized to you. The sun itself, emits white light. It appears yellow to you because we have a blue atmosphere, the blue light bouncing off all the elements, and then a little bit of the green light. So all you have left is the green and the red channels. And you mix the green and the red, some green, more red, then you get a yellowish color, a yellow tint. But it's a white light sun. It peaks higher spectrum, or the higher spectrum that it peaks to is the green side. So it actually emits more green than it does any other color. As you're a little kid, wish I was able to use a huge telescope, yeah. To that, with a lot of sun activity going on, tends to activate seismic activity on Earth. It's not necessarily true. Not necessarily true. When's an ultra powerful ND filter? Yeah, something like 1 million. Like the 1 million ND filters can normally be used on small telescopes. The sun is very loud too, that's true. How do we correct for the atmosphere's blue light? We just adjust the white balance. Just adjust the white balance at the end of the day. Like, for example, this is adjusted white balance. If you want more of the blue, and we can pull on blue. If you want to give it kind of like a pinkish color, you can make it pinkish. If you want more of the green channel, then you can pull out some of the green, give it that. This now we're looking at it, by the way, just red and green here. So if I pull out a little bit of the green, then you get that natural color that you would see through like the common, like glasses, for example, that are tinted. Crazy thing that you've seen through your telescope? Nothing too crazy, to be honest. Some of the spaceships that can travel the distance. Would you ever visit? Absolutely not. I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't. But yeah, and then you can just balance it out, though. So if there's colors that you like, if you like observing the sun in different colors, like for me, kind of like a still blue is an interesting way to observe the sun. Like some of the different details pop a little better. Of course, you can just view it however you want at the end of the day. It is white light, though. Basically a white light sun. Once you're on the left side, not the far right side, we can. There's just not as much activity on the far right. Let me go to the other side. There's just not as much activity over here. Oh, bird went flying by. Let me go down a little bit more. You'll still see like there's a really massive sunspot here. There's another one way down here. You can see some on this side, but you can see there's not as much activity over here. Not as much what we see on the opposite side. Nice bowling ball, thanks, appreciate that. Really cool bowling ball. Man. Yeah, just not a lot of activity over there like what we see on this side of the sun right now. Really gorgeous over here. You want to stack it? I think I asked that earlier. Let's stack it real quick. Let's stack the sun. I haven't actually tried stacking it yet, I don't think. Maybe we did earlier. Well, some of the brightness. Stacking's a really cool process. We're going to take all the frames and put them together so we get a little bit more high definition view of the sun. Let's see here. So far 38 images stacked. 40 images. gorgeous, ain't it? Like these sunspots are really, really, really gorgeous. Pure difference. So it's the magnetic field intertangling, what causes the different view that we see here. Really gorgeous. Really gorgeous. Our darkness had a transform. Okay, cool. What kind of spots exist? Let's get the channel so much subscriber. I appreciate it. So much space. So space telescopes capture it as white. No, it just depends on your camera. Your camera picks it up different. I think I got the rest of the comments up there. 10 of them worth the trip to the sun. That's right. I don't need that kind of 10. That sounds pretty wild, doesn't it? Sounds like a wild 10 for sure. See if we can do a little bit more focus here. Focus. We'll try there. Sounds like yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Camera's just Android or iPhone, neither one. It's a dedicated camera hooked up to a telescope. Someone's bigger than Earth, but it's actually pretty small. No, it's massive. You can put a lot of Earths inside the sun, about 1.3 million. It's massive, massive. Able to go to the moon in the late 60s, but we can't go back there today. We're going to go back with Artemis 3. And by the way, we also went 5 times after that time that you're speaking of. Are you NASA? I am not. I don't work for NASA. I do not work for NASA. Everybody that works for NASA right now is on break. Back up just a bit here. Zoom rate, we're probably pushing around 100, roughly. It's not too much. Can you see Pluto binoculars? Nah, Pluto's so hard. Pluto's actually really hard. Binoculars wouldn't pick it up. Unpaid break probably up. 75 was the last time we went. I think 74. 72. 1972. Too easy to fake, though, I'm saying. Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, you can see the telescope in the bottom, right? Can you see it? Look at the bottom where the chat is. Can you see the sun in it? Or see the telescope, right? I can give you a little bit of something. I mean, I know you're a jokester. I could read all your comments, but I'll give it to you. You can see the telescope on the bottom, I assume, down in the chat. There's several different ways you can tell that's not fake. Is one, you can look at the amount of atmosphere that we have currently moving around. 2, you can look at the sunspots and verify that these sunspots are accurate as of now. But then 3, if you're looking at the telescope there, and barely touching, obviously don't move around. I mean, whatever. At the end of the day, whatever. What was the last time? 72. Yeah, absolutely. Go to an observatory. Check it out. Easy to do. It's on you. Start shaking, yeah. Not to recognize telescope. No, you're good. I was just giving you examples of what you can do, though. Not sure if you saw that. Oh, I tapped the telescope. Yeah, knowledge isn't a meal that everyone likes. Apparently, that's true. This is our sun. Yep, looking at our sun. How beautiful sun. Yeah, our sun. What do you think about the face on Mars? It was already rejected. How lame is that we named our sun Sol? I think it's pretty cool. I like the name. I don't know what else we'd give to it, though. I like Sol, personally. Are you going to be observing the sun on the 29th of this month? I'm not sure. Why do you want to observe it on the 29th, though? Could have called it Apollo. That'd be funny. How many suns are there? Oh, man, so many. So many. Yep, Sol is sun in Spanish. That's right. I like Sol. I think Sol's a really beautiful name. Call it Apollo, man. Yeah. Pareidolia. It's red color. No, it's just it appears that way to us, but it's white. It's white light, but it's higher. Its peak is higher in the green spectrum. Yo, Kay, thank you so much, Kay. Thank you so much, Kay. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you so much. I'll type it in for you too. Thank you so much, Kay. I appreciate that. Hi, Deanna. My day's great. How's your day? How was your day? The telescope in the current configuration pushes about 10,000, roughly about 10,000. What do you make of the video of the object impacting the moon? It looks like it was captured either from a Samsung cell phone or a telescope. Which one? I've seen a lot of videos. A lot of them are AI. Yeah, which one? There's too many of those videos out there nowadays. Way too many of those type of videos. Yep. Suns are stars. That is correct. Suns are stars, but not all stars are suns. Then he would nuke Mars. Be something different. Small impact. I assume it was real. Was it a Japanese astronomer captures an impact on the moon back in 2023? That was a real video. That one was. How this should be coming through. We won't see it until November from our perspective, though. It'll be about November before we see 3i. Hi, Bernice. Welcome in. How are you doing? Oh, good, Deanna. That's good. How's work going? October 5th under the moon. I did. I actually did. I think we live streamed that night. Everyone had a telescope now. Yeah. Honey keychain, some kids still in high school. Oh, no way, bro. That sucks. That's horrible. Well, I found your channel. Oh, that's awesome, KK. That's really awesome. Space rock in your pocket, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, I get that for sure. I don't know. Honestly, it won't do anything for him. It wouldn't jumpstart Mars. Not enough energy. We know how to get water to Mars, but you got to figure out how to jumpstart Mars first. So it's a good time to start doing astrophotography. I just want to spend thousands on a mountain camera. That's why I'm asking about the C-Star S50. I got you. It's not a bad time because you get like really, really beautiful winter objects right now. For example, the Horse Nebula. You get the Great Orion Nebula. You get the Christmas Tree Nebula. There's a lot of gorgeous nebulas up currently, and then we'll be coming up on in the spring. Basically, we'll be coming up on galaxy season, which is really awesome. And then we come up on the Milky Way season after that, which gives you stuff like the Eagle Nebula, the Trifid Nebula, and other beautiful objects. Could fit into rehabilitating Earth. I mean, somewhat. Look at the sun without a filter. Oh, that sounds horrible. That sounds absolutely horrible. Only 5:11 a.m. East Coast, Australia. Oh, no way, Kay. A big guy rising on your horizon soon. That is so cool. That's so cool. It is 1:12 for me. 1:12 p.m. Hey, Toast. Terraform planet, I'm sure we can figure out how to fix this planet. Somewhat. I mean, eventually this planet just goes based on whether we can fix it or not. We got about 1 billion years left when it comes to our planet. Sky where we see spacecraft making a convoy together. That'd be pretty wild. Yeah, that'd be really wild. 2:12 for you, PM. Nice. Visible, you think? Just up 3i. That's cool. Will it be visible? In November. We'll see 3i in November. Rays from the live stream. What's that? The sun. We're hanging out the sun right now. 1:12 in Houston. Yeah. 1:12 Central Time. That's why these last couple years I got you, Deanna. Should I wait for a better equipment to come out? That's a tough one, dude. To get Orion, you need a really wide field of view. Cody, what up, buddy? How's Cody? It's honestly a tough question, man. That's honestly a tough question. Like, I like the physical aspect to get into touch, like a traditional telescope in a huge sense. But I do have some of the smart telescopes. I don't mind them. But I like the idea of being able to change up my focal length. Whether using like Barlow's or Reduce or stuff like that, though. Yo, what up, Dazzy? How you doing? Have a source on now? Oh, I'd hope not to. Yeah, absolutely. To the telescope. We see the chromosphere through the white light filter. Would you go blind? I mean, if you look in the telescope, you would. You're welcome, Mercury. Absolutely, you're welcome. Well, we've been on for 2 hours and 7 minutes now already this afternoon. Be able to show us Atlas in November. We'll be able to see it in November. Thanks, Cody. How's your day, brother? How's everything going for you? What's the most interesting thing you see? Like right now, honestly, like these sunspots are gorgeous. This is interesting to me. It's hard for me to play favoritism on things that we like view because I find everything to be very majestic when I look up. Why is the sun white, not yellow? Because yellow is the concept of putting like tint, or you looking through the atmosphere where the sun itself is white light, and the way that the telescope picks it up, we adjust the camera to be white light. Have all autofocus and light? They do. Yeah. For example, like if we want it to be yellow, then we can adjust it to a yellow color, which is common to see when you're looking through the atmosphere. You kind of pull it out a little bit, pull out some of the green, pull out all the blue, and then you just got some red and a little bit of green left, and then you get this color. But obviously it's a lot easier to recognize some of the features on the sun when you adjust different colors, right? So like even if you go this way, you can notice like a little bit more features on the sun. One of my favorite ways for sure is actually pull out a lot of this and then give it a little bit of green and like get into this color spectrum. This is really beautiful. Now the black dots, these are sunspots. These are sunspots. Taking a break from jewelry work. Dude, nice, man. Glad to have you in, brother. Glad to have you in. I went around for the Mayaki event. Have you seen Jupiter telescopes? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We live stream Jupiter as well. I like this color of the sun, to be honest. Like looking at it through this coloring. It's actually kind of gorgeous. Really gorgeous. We'll say Neptune is probably one of your favorites. So yeah, I would agree. I like the color of Neptune. Neptune and Uranus are really gorgeous. I know planets, universe, the planets so amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Do you believe in the creator? Dude, like at the end of the day, it's all about science here. I have my own beliefs. I think everybody should have their own beliefs. We just don't talk about it because obviously there's no reason to fight. No matter what you say, it's going to create an argument or distrust or anything like that. It's not even worth going down that path. Live tours of groups where you are. No, but there's times that some families will bring, or there's times that families will bring their kids around and whatnot and use some of the equipment, which is kind of fun, especially like people who homeschool their kids. No, you're good, man. It's all good. It's just at the end of the day, like science and politics, or like science and politics should be two different things. Science and religion are two different things for sure. Science is more the aspect of the things that we can observe and test through independent testing, I should say, to find results, which makes it a little different than just our beliefs on their own. I think everybody should have their own type of beliefs, whatever they want to believe, that's on them. I don't want to be a person that tries to convince you to be one way in politics or one way in beliefs, but I'd rather talk about the science, those things that we do observe and that we are able to test. I think that's what makes science fun. Yeah, and definitely no disrespect towards it either. I think it's an easy way to be kind to each other without creating that Thanksgiving argument, for sure. I appreciate it, Daddy. Honestly, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll give you one example though, or one thing that I'll give you, I guess, is it's not about what you say of a thing, it's about the person that you are, right? How you come off to people and how you treat each other is more important than anything you would ever say of its own. Just tuned in, you said Thanksgiving argument. What do you argue about Thanksgiving? I don't. I personally don't. Why is it blue? Crap. Someone just asked, why is it white? Now people are asking why it's blue. Here, let me go back to white. Really confused. We just have the blue channels turned up a little higher. There's white, and if you want to look almost like it looks like in your solar glasses, I'll pull out that color and give you that kind of view. You see how like different colors you can make out different features on the sun. So it depends on what you really want to do, or what the best, I guess you should say, just what looks better to you on how you want to observe the sun. We're getting real big today. How small we are in the Observatory. That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. How do you manage to change the color? This is a one-shot camera, so it's just like your cell phone. The computer system allows us to change the red, the green, and blue channels. Allow us to see it in different spectrums. Can you make it a crazy laser? It would not be a good scenario. Yeah, it wouldn't be a good scenario. You see, like, if you change the color, though, notice you can make out a little bit different details. For me, white light makes it definitely the easiest to make out details on the sun. A lot easier to view things on the sun. The zoom right now, like natively, it's about 100. We're probably zoomed in, pushing like, we're probably pushing about 200 at this point, roughly. Throat's getting itchy. Can't get enough of playing all these sci-fi games. Oh my goodness. That's pretty cool. What game are you playing no more? Any like game on any game that has you fascinated right now? Hey GRT, how are you doing? How's your day? Can you use a telescope for objects on Earth? You can. You definitely can. You can focus in on different objects. Some things have like, it depends on if your focuser will allow you to get to that focus point, right? But yeah, absolutely. Like the trees that you can see behind the telescope, we'd be able to focus in on the leaves. Are you moving the sun? Yep, the telescope tracks the sun. Get the sun clear. Shouldn't Venus be close by? It is, but then I'd have to take off the sun filter, which becomes a situation where we'd burn up the camera. No Man's Sky, for example. Nice. That's awesome. It's really cool. SpongeBob are, and do they change as far as like size, location? And so what kind of? Yep, they actually do. On the last two aspects, yeah, they do. The rotation of the sun is what changes the location, and then do they change in size? They do. They come and go, just like almost anything else in the universe, right? Things come and things go. The cause of it though would be from the magnetic field. The sun is changing from north to south, south to north, or swapping. Then you get sometimes the charged magnetic field will intertangle and causes these little areas of what you can almost consider like a void per se, where plasma is not able to reach to the surface of the sun. So they're cooler regions and they're temporary. but they are cooler regions. They're about 6,000 degrees to about 7,500 degrees, roughly. Where the surface of the sun itself is about 10,000 to 12,000 degrees. So not actually white, it's white light. It peaks higher in the green spectrum, but it's white light. Come across like this this one's about $800. It's the SV405cc. It's roughly about $800. 24-hour stream to see the different at nights as well. Yeah, I do stream a lot at nighttime. Obviously, you see me more often streaming planets, nebulae, galaxies than you will see me streaming the sun. It's more common for you to see me streaming at night than it is during the day. A link to what? Go to the 24-hour stream, yeah. Your daughter was younger, we were able to go to the private observatory through her 4-H group. Oh, no, that's really cool, Diana. That's super cool. Can you see planets during the day? Sometimes. Jupiter is really easy to track during the day. Francisco Oaks, you need a special filter. Well, you need the sun to set. Makes it a lot easier to observe when the sun sets. When the sun's not above the horizon, then it's easier to observe Venus and Mercury. Do you think you can send me a link to your camera? You can go to Amazon. Look up SV405cc on Amazon. Let me type it in for you. There you go. Oh, thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it, bud. Solar flares with your telescope. Not with this setup. You need the calcium. You need to be looking through calcium to be able to see the solar flares, like calcium K, for example. How far is your eye from the sun right now? Ooh, crap, I'd have to look it up. I couldn't tell you. It's a distance, though. It's quite a ways out there. Omar, thank you so much. Thanks for the clapping seal, bud. I appreciate that. It is a distance away from the sun. I don't know off the top of my head, though. Not sure off the top of my head. I can't read that. Sorry, bud. I'm sorry. But y'all, it's been 2 hours and 18 minutes. Should we call it a day? Tonight looks tough. It looks like we're going to have a lot of clouds tonight. We need anything else? For what? For like seeing the solar flares, or for what exactly though? Because you got the camera, and then you got a telescope, then you got to have a sun filter. The comment section is property BRD. That's funny. Man. Yo, Omar, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the thumbs. I appreciate that. Whatever that means. Yeah, no one has a clue. Ever been to space before? Okay, that's fine. No one's ever found your brain in your head either, so there's that. Oh, you're welcome, Matthew. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're looking at the sun. Right now we're hanging out the sun. Don't need anything else. You need the camera, you'll need a telescope, and you'll need a solar filter. And then a mount to be able to track it. And I can tell you this, a tracking mount is so much easier than manual tracking when it comes to the sun. So much easier. If you're like me, like I burn up quickly in the sun. I burn up really fast in the sun. So like a go-to tracking mount is really, really nice. Really nice to have when it comes to the sun. You'll just have to look up. Like, honestly, my C11's not a great idea for doing the sun. That's just a really big telescope for the sun itself. Like, I would look for like a 70, like even 100 millimeter telescope if you can, and then find a solar filter that would work on that telescope. But like a 100 millimeter telescope would be just about right. With sun filter, no, with sun filter you just wouldn't see anything. Sun filter, like you can only see really, really, really hot regions. You just wouldn't see anything with it. In town some nights. You can see the stars and planets, so it's beautiful. Tell my wife I need a telescope. Oh, I hope you get one. Definitely check. Even grab like binoculars. By the way, and this is another thing, Dazzy, that you can think about too. You can get solar binoculars. There's binoculars that actually have sun filters built into them, so you can observe the sun with binoculars. That's another great option, by the way. How long does it take to set up the telescope? Not too bad. This is an observatory, so, and I can actually show you here in just a second as we shut down everything, which is really easy to do. Yeah, definitely, you can do that, Dazzy, and then you can grab like even a phone mount to put your phone on one of the eyepieces of the binoculars and be able to view it that way and capture images. But if you want to see, we are pretty much to the end. So I could kind of show you how the observatory itself works, what it's like. Just on the setup is just about as quick as the shutdown of how we do things here in the observatory. So maybe we should call it a day. Tonight it looks like it's going to be clouds. I don't know if we'll be able to stream here in Kansas City, which is going to kind of suck. Try manual telescope out tracking. It can drive you crazy. It really can. It definitely can. But yeah, let's do it. I'll show you kind of what it's like setting up and shutting down. So first what we'll do is we'll park the telescope, which is basically going to lay it over, and then at that point then we basically shut the observatory roof that slides over here. That's not too bad. I can show you how that works. Now you wouldn't pick up northern lights with the telescope way too zoomed in. Sounds good, Tony. Yeah, absolutely, man. Talk to you going to do black. Dude, get your flats done now. Try to do them now so we can do something tonight. That'd be a lot of fun. But here we go. Let me pull up the telescope, or actually let me go ahead and start parking it. So we'll start parking the telescope. You'll see it's on its way, and I'll just pull it up here. Outside camera, inside camera. How can I just pull up the inside only? I think that's the outside. Yeah, that's mother camera. God, how can I just pull this up maximum? Do I need to create a new deal? Oh wait, hold on. Outside both cameras, that ain't gonna work. How can I do that? Duplicate maybe? And we'll call it inside camera only. I'll try to make the camera bigger so you can actually see here. Inside camera only, and then webcam main, and then webcam main here. Transform, center on screen here. Transform 90 degrees here. Transform, stretch. All right, there we go. So you can see how now it's laid over. Then I'll do the next step. That's the next step. So I just got to stand up and then we'll shut the observatory roof on it. That's basically it. Pretty quick. That telescope, the telescope itself is about 4,000 if you were just to buy the telescope itself, though. Yeah, Tony, absolutely, man, absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Roll off observatory, what it actually is. So it just makes it really fast to go live to shut down for the night, really quick. Hi, y'all. Clear skies to y'all. Clear skies to you all. This is the end. Yeah, we're gonna call it an end. I'm gonna try to grab a little bit of rest before my 7-year-old boy gets out of school. It's already 1:30. 3 o'clock's gonna come soon, so he's gonna be ready for me to grab him and hang out with him and do a lot of fun. And the puppies are safe. Yeah, that is absolutely true. Is it hot there? It's not too bad. It's 80 degrees today here in Kansas City, like 83 or so. It's not too bad. Really beautiful day. I appreciate it, Dazzy. Honestly, thank you. Hi, y'all. Chris, guys, we'll see y'all soon. Hopefully tonight, we'll see though. We'll see how things look tonight, but hopefully tonight we'll be able to do it. But clear skies. Goodbye.